What's up, everybody? Troy from New Zealand Fight Sports Media here today with Joseph Hamblin, one of the men behind the return of Supremacy Fighting Championship. Thanks for taking the time,
anytime,
Joe.
bro.
I appreciate it. Mate, so, Supremacy Fighting Championship, it's back on the 2nd of November at the YMCA here in Hamilton, making its return as one of the OG fighting championships, really, you know, of the MMA type in New Zealand. Give us a little history on the on sort of the past year on Supremacy.
So pretty much like me and the team behind Supremacy, you know, we were just those kids who came up in garages, you know, fighting in the garage, fighting in the ring, fighting anywhere, you know, like just and Supremacy,
enjoying the fight.
Yeah, enjoying it and just being in that realm, you know what I mean? And Supremacy was kind of the first one that launched off. You know, I had here in Hamilton, one of my teammates, Luke Jamo, he was fighting on there, and
ex-UFC.
Ex-UFC, but this was many years before that. And you know, just that was kind of my taste of it. Was they, like, a lot of my teammates were already watching it. You know, I was a bit younger than a few of my teammates, so just like as a young kid watching it, going there, supporting, buying all the merch, you know, just being involved, being around all the guys, you know, we didn't even know who they were back then, you know, but
just enjoying the sport.
Yes,
and
enjoying
the atmosphere.
Enjoying the sport.
Fight nights have got
atmosphere,
such an electric atmosphere to them, eh?
Yeah, and it just kind of has a bit of nostalgia for me, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Some of the sort of most sort of well-known sort of people, Hangman, Kai, Izzy, Evie Ting, Bo Rawiri, they're all ex-fighters of Supremacy Fighting Championship, aren't they?
Yeah, 100%. Like Dan Hooker was probably, for me, one of the ones that I saw the most. I saw Israel's debut, but I saw like Dan Hooker, you know, to win his lightweight title, defend his lightweight title, you know, like those sorts of things. It was crazy, and just that's what I came up watching. So for me, it was like a no-brainer when we decided that we wanted to help some people get overseas, and thought we had a platform that we could do that with, to use Supremacy, and it's already well-established background, you know, like built by Carl Weber and Aaron Boys and all the original boys who were behind it, you know, like they just did such a good job of just putting on real fights, you know what I mean?
Great
like
history and good foundations to it.
Yeah, when you went to a Supremacy, you knew that you were going to watch some real fights, you know what I mean? Like,
no decisions getting etched out. The boys were going to finish.
Yeah, and these guys were legit, you know, like everyone, you know, like top of the,
Man, so that's cool. So, the current show, it's 2nd of November here in the YMCA. We are in the MMA rules, isn't it?
Yeah, so we have MMA rules, kickboxing, everything's going to be in 4-ounce gloves, so professional MMA gloves. We'll be in a ring.
All classes pro fights.
One of the things that we're really trying to do is legalize bare knuckle fighting, and it's got a real bad reputation here in New Zealand, and just trying to work with the right people and get behind that, because we have a few connections, you know, within the BKFC and stuff like that, and we want to try and push people in that direction, you know what I mean, because it's another outlet for fighters to go and make a name, make money, you know what I mean, and it's just, there's so many opportunities as a fighter now. It's just about finding, you know, the right doors, and you know, I just feel like with Supremacy, we've got quite a few connections, even just like having Carl, you know, supporting the show, you know what I mean? It's like, it's awesome getting to talk to Carl all the time, you know, and just pick his brain about things, you know?
Man's got
so many years. I remember, like, you know, I started with jiu-jitsu, and Carl Weber was like kind of somebody I looked up to, because he fought on ADCC, you know what I mean, and stuff like that, like stuff before we even knew what that was, you know what I mean, like it was just, and once I started to learn about jiu-jitsu and the ground fighting and stuff like that, like you can't look that stuff up in New Zealand without finding Carl Weber, you know what I mean?
How many fights are we looking at for the night, roughly?
We're looking from at 12. We want it to be like a short, sharp night. You know what I mean? We don't want it to drag out. We're not trying. I feel like it's just we're gonna get in there, get it done. Everyone's out by 10 p.m. You know, can go enjoy the rest of their night.
The night's not over.
It's just they're coming here for a show. They're coming here for a production. They're coming here for excitement, entertainment. You know what I mean? So we don't want to drag that on. You know,
that's awesome.
We're just trying to maximize the entertainment value of the fights, rather than just spamming out 20 fights, you know what I mean?
And Hangman, he was the reigning lightweight champ when Supremacy shut down the past, wasn't he? he is going to be attending the return of Supremacy.
Yeah, so I talked to Dan and he said he'll be there, and that'll be epic. Like,
Man, awesome.
I've talked to Dan in the past and he said he'd be interested in putting the lightweight title around the
cool.
new whoever ends up getting the new lightweight title, so that'd be sick, just things like that. So super cool to see those 100%. Guys still super human, still at all the events, you know what I mean? You go to any kickboxing MMA show in Auckland and it's like, you see these guys, they're not bigger than anybody else, you know what I mean? They're there supporting their amateur teammates who have had 1 or 2 fights, you know what I mean?
Jumping in the corner and that
100%.
Yeah. And I see we've got tables. There's still a couple of tables
available. There are some tables available, so you guys can message the Supremacy Fighting Championship on Instagram, Facebook. Go to our website, buy tables off our website.
What's the website?
www.supremacyfightingchampionship.co.nz.
Awesome, man. Yeah. And right before we're going to hook into the sponsors, we've actually got a car for the Fight of the Night winner, don't we? That is crazy.
So,
who are the sponsors behind the show?
One of the things that's been real cool since we started the show is just like the sponsorship. The people who want to get on board, they're actually fight fans. You know what I mean? So like they don't just want to give back to the fighters, but they also like are helping us build a community to give back to the fight fans. So like on our Supremacy pages, we're giving away. We got loads of giveaways. We're giving away a $1,000 tattoo voucher. We're giving away cash.
That's
and there's
awesome.
plenty more to come. Like these sponsors have given us a lot of stuff, but you can only do so many giveaways at a time. You know what I mean? And I'm just
100%. You can't.
But they've given us so much stuff to like just give away to people for being fight fans. And then also getting behind the show, getting behind the fighters. Sponsoring a car. Genuinely a car. And you can leave the event in a new car. You know what I mean? It's like that's crazy, man. Like
turn up in a taxi
to come from our days, me and Joel and those boys, where we had to pay our own way. You know what I mean? We were fighting for nothing. Like traveling all over the world. You know what I mean? It's just to be able to give these guys something so that they can do that and not have to worry about the financial sides. It's like, whatever they decide to do with that car, I'm sure it's going to help their martial arts journey, you know what I mean?
100%, yeah. The fighting and the martial arts game, there's definitely not a lot of money in it until you're at that top level, and it takes 10, 15 years of flat-out dedication before you get anywhere near that. So, having sponsors that are willing to help the initial stage and not just jump on board when they're already the champs and this, that, and the other, really getting behind the fighters is wonderful.
I think, a lot of businesses and stuff like that, especially watching the UFC and stuff, they're starting to realize the talent that we have here in New Zealand, and they want to get behind it early, you know what I mean, and help grow that, because a lot of people here in New Zealand watch the UFC, right? And it's entertainment, and it's always more entertaining.
Numbers are only growing.
Yeah, it's always growing, and it's just getting so big now. Like people that aren't even in the sport are watching it every weekend. You know what I mean?
5-6-year-old kids, their dreams are to be UFC
champions. So the businesses are seeing this, and they're also seeing how much more exciting it is when there's a Kiwi fighting, you know what I mean? And in New Zealand, we hear about it, people talk about it, Dan Hooker's up this weekend, Izzy's up this weekend,
People that don't watch fighting at any other stage, so many people, we talk to people and that, Dan or Izzy and that, and you mention somebody else, and I don't know anybody else on the card.
Yeah, or anyone else in New Zealand.
Yeah. But they're still excited to see, they might not watch the fights or follow them whatsoever, but Dan's scrapping this weekend, Kai's on this weekend, Shane's on this weekend, the boys are up, let's go watch.
Yeah, for sure. So we've been real blessed with some of our sponsors. Shout out to Camarosa, they're the ones giving away the car.
Man,
ridiculous, man, and what an amazing restaurant as well.
Camarosa Eatery,
yeah, it's crazy, man. You definitely should go try it if you haven't. Beautiful. We've also got Fresh Barbercuts, S&A Service Centre.
Fresh Barbercuts, they hook up a lot of the fighters around Hamilton here, as a lot of the boys.
They're crazy. They get behind a lot of people. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, if you're a fight fan, you should be going to get your haircut there, because these guys give back to multiple things, and they're helping keep the fight sports alive here in New Zealand, the live events, all that sort of stuff. That's why it's flourishing so much at the moment, because of the amazing sponsors. NZ Pure Water, we've got a lot of cool sponsors coming on board, plus many more. CBC, Chadwick Building and Construction in Auckland, Foreskin Tattoos. We've got so many.
That's a name.
Yeah. the play on the words, Foreskin. It's epic. But we've got some real cool sponsors.
Man, that's awesome. That's so cool that it's back. You know, like it's one of the original fight shows. You know, there's a lot of in the grappling world. There's a lot of new promotions that are made up. You know, and trying to fill in that space, but. You know, there hasn't. We don't sort of have that history, especially in the grappling in New Zealand here, to have old shows come back. You know, so it's wonderful that you're bringing it back, man. You know, like as a fight fan and following the sport and that. You know, like personally, right? It's wonderful that you're bringing it back and putting more shows on. Yeah. The Hamilton fights here, the scene here. It's crazy, the boys. Yeah. It's crazy from spending my time that I did away and then moving here to Hamilton. The fighting culture and the spirit here is just so deep, and it's just. And everyone, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of gatekeepers either. You know, everyone wants to share their knowledge, and it's as many fighters
Hamilton
as there are.
Definitely
it's crazy.
Like, a fight. It's a
heavy fight presence.
Yeah, heavy fight presence here in Hamilton, and you can just see it. You go to like any local show, and they're all packed out. You know, people love fighting here.
They get rowdy. It's awesome. Yeah. You know, supporting the fight. It's not just rowdy, but you know, it's
And I've had a lot of like messages from just like old school, like. I started martial arts when I was really young, but like, you know, the people who came up watching Supremacy and stuff when they were training martial arts and that was the show, like heaps of people have just like messaged through, you know, man, it's sick to see it coming back, you know, like stuff like that. So that's real cool to hear, you know, like.
Sorry, mate, just looking forward to the future. Is there going to be any more shows? Obviously, probably not this year.
Nah, not this year, but yeah, we definitely have some things planned for next year.
Awesome.
And, we'll keep everyone posted on that. Just one thing that I want to touch on as well is our live stream. We're going to have our live stream free on our website. So if you guys go to our website, just sign up. It's completely free. Just chuck in your name, email, and then you'll always have access to all the Supremacy videos and whatever other content we decide to put up there. So yeah, if you guys go get signed up, you'll have access to the free live stream and all the content that we post up there, which is, there's going to be a lot of content in next year for sure.
Awesome, man. Yeah. So that's Supremacy Fighting Championship making its return on the 2nd of November at the YMCA here in Hamilton. Tickets are available now. Joe, really appreciate that today.
Anytime, brother.
Appreciate that, bro. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. And everyone, be there or be square.